like I said, I'm going to do something different this week. And so this week, I want to talk about new friends, making new friends in recovery. It is not the simplest thing to do. Although we may think that people in recovery, right, that people that's in the treatment centers, that's people that's in the halls of AA, NA, and all of those, right, that they are our new friends. Caution, caution, because all of those new friends aren't really in it like you in it. Especially if you like me, who understand that this recovery thing requires for me to cut out old and new people, places, and things, because not all things new are good for you, right? And if they're not good for you, then it has the potential to cause a relapse if you don't recognize what it is that said person, said thing, or said event is bringing about within you. So that's why it's important to manage your emotions, right? Everything that I've been structurally putting together since June, right, has been leading me up to this point where I can now look back on those vids and I can say, wow, there's my growth, right? There's my understanding, right? There's my perception on what I need to do better to be better for those that truly love me. And so thinking about the new friend part of it, especially when you get into a relationship, because a lot of us in recovery find ourselves in a relationship with a opposite sex that draws us away from our recovery, which happens to be very important when you're drawn away from it, especially if you're drawn so far away that you don't feel like you can get yourself back in it by yourself, right? Where you have to reach out and go back into a recovery setting so you can relearn what you've already learned. So here's what I have to say about that, because I had a friend that her and I had this conversation. And so here's what I say to that. Once you know, you cannot not know, right? That is what they say. Once you know, you cannot not know. So what it is you have to regurgitate what you've learned and then reapply it. And this time, reapply it soundly. Because this recovery thing is about you and your higher power, not you and the new friends you create. The new friend is God. That's the new friend. Reacquaint yourself.